Hi, welcome to OMAT. I'm glad you're here. These are the exercises that help me stay conscious, help me stay mindful. Why do I do mindful exercises every day? What do I need this for? Really, truly, one of the reasons is sometimes I need it because people trigger me. Sometimes I need to be ready. I need to set my mind for certain people because they will bait me into debates that I don't want to be in. They will bait me into arguments, into conversations that I don't like having. I mean, I know we have autonomy. We are adults. We get to choose where we are, but sometimes I might not connect with a coworker, or I might completely disagree with a family member. So what happens when we feel maybe we're obligated to be somewhere, or we find ourselves in uncomfortable circumstances? Here is what I try to remember. Number one, I chose to be there. It might not feel like it, but I might have chosen between a lesser frustrating thing. This thing might be frustrating, but all my other options, I just didn't want to deal with those, so I chose this. Remembering that I chose to be there means that I don't have to feel like it's a jail sentence the entire time. The next one is boundaries. And boundaries are not about you should be doing this or you should be doing that. It's about me choosing to let you know where I am. I might say something like, I'm uncomfortable talking about that. Let's talk about something else. Or I can only be there for an hour. After that, I have to leave. Simple boundaries that keep the action on me. And the third thing is it's my trigger. Whatever it is, it's my trigger. It might be their spark that's setting me off, but I have a choice to take a break and then respond. I have a choice of what response, how I react to any kind of trigger, any kind of information. And the last one is use curiosity. Everybody has a story. Everybody is going through something. When something starts angering me, I try to look for a question, find out where that person is coming from. That tends to get the anger subsided a little bit. And all of this takes patience. And mindful exercises help me raise my patience, help me grow my patience, my resilience. Things like journaling puts a minute between me and my reaction, meditation, gratitude lists. And that is the practice. But we do have to practice, just like we have to go to class or the gym and raise that resilience. Let's get into today's practice. Let's get present. How do you do that? You notice where your body is and you ask your mind to match that. If I am here doing OMAT, my body's here, my mind starts traveling. Let's bring it back to being in this practice. And as we get present, let's get into our first list, our first exercise, which is a list of gratitude. And that list could be super short. One thing on the list and then repeat that if that's what today's gratitude list looks like. But let's pause and put some space between our next response by entering some gratitude right here. Let's look for anything to be grateful for right now. Let's wrap for now and find the water. And if we didn't find the amount of gratitude that we were looking for, we still get to notice that I still paused for that 1 minute looking for it. So I still decided where my head is in that 1 minute. Let's keep going. Let's decide what we're doing in this next minute. We might be following our breath. What would you like to think about? Or what would you like to stop thinking about? Put that thought on pause for 1 minute. Every time your brain just gravitates towards it, come back to it. That's the exercise. Let's get our muscles going, sitting in any comfortable position, eyes opened or closed. Breathe. As we come back, let's have some water. Sometimes when I'm blocking out one thought, goofy thoughts come in, and I end up like smiling or laughing during meditation. And that's what that minute is. Let's keep going. Let's write it down. If it's funny, write it down. If it makes you angry, write it down. If you're scared of it, write it down. Also, if you don't know any of the feelings, it doesn't have to be feelings related. It really could be the most innocuous information. Let's write right now. Let's wrap the writing for now. Have some water. That's what you wrote. Doesn't matter. Let's keep going. Let's stretch a little bit. Whatever you can stretch, elongate, move slow, listen to your body. What does listening to your body mean? It means that when your body says, ugh, you might consider stopping. All right, let's stand if we could stand. Inhale the arms up, reach up, look up. Lower the shoulders even though your arms are up. And when you're ready, exhale and fold forward, hinging at the waist. And we're hanging over our feet with a nice rounded back. Our knees are as bent as we want them to be. When you're ready, halfway lift, flat back, look up, straighten the legs. Now let's get into a high plank. Plant your palms down where they are, step your feet back, and with elbows near, slowly lower all the way down to the ground. Then push against the ground and your chest comes up, your head comes up. Look up, point your feet, and let's get into a down dog. Bend at the knees, then hips up into an upside down V. When you're ready, walk forward towards your hands and start coming up. Nice and slow, meeting your palms above the head. Exhaling them down to the center of the chest. Not rushing. Having some water. Feeling the warmth that your body just experienced. And let's take that warmth into our plank pose. What's your plank head looking like? How can you convince yourself to do this? 1, be willing to. And if you're not willing, be willing to be willing to. Let yourself know this is what you want to do. Get yourself in that position. We're going in 3, 2, 1, up in plank pose. That's what we're doing for 1 minute, not forever. So if it takes getting a little uncomfortable, let's do it. We're in for 10 seconds. Congratulations. Congratulate yourself every moment that you're in this position using all of your muscles. Congratulations, that's 20 seconds. Now, if you already had to come down, I say already, every moment in here is a challenge. If you had to come down, take a deep breath, come back up and join for 30 seconds. If you haven't started, it still counts if you start now. Again, every moment counts. Let's make it count for 20 seconds. Believe that you can be in that pose. That means that your mind is saying, I can do it. And your body goes, I need a break. Your mind says, I think we could do it for 10 seconds. I think we're going to push through this. If we're not hurting ourselves, let's get it together for 3, 2, 1. You're done. Come down off your plank. Take your time. Come back to the water. Take a little more credit. Have a moment of credit here. Have a moment of credit after every exercise. And then let's take ourselves into the next one. And we are taking ourselves into the next exercise. We are creating action, creating a break in procrastination by taking the smallest action. Remember, if we said we were going to do something, let's find that small task and take action. Practice that action right now. Let's wrap for now. Have some water. Recognize sometimes it's hard to start an action, sometimes it's hard to stop. Let's keep going. Let's practice moving along. Let's connect with someone. Maybe making a decision, yes or no, on plans if somebody is waiting for you. Maybe connecting with someone and just saying, oh, you just came to my mind, and that's it. Let's see how we can connect and with who by practicing now. Let's wrap for now. Have some water. Even if we couldn't hit send on the message, even if we couldn't finish the thought, we're practicing continuing with our day. And right now that means getting a little active, moving the parts that get to move. Let's exercise those parts. Choose an exercise because we're going in 3, 2, 1. Move your body. For this minute, that's what's happening. If we get present, we do the action of that present moment. That's 10 seconds. Look at you being present. If you are moving right now, you are practicing all kinds of being present. All right, we are in for 20 seconds. Let's keep that energy going. If you need to put more energy, if you need to go a little bit lighter, that's fine, but let's keep going for 30 seconds. If you promised yourself you would do 1 second longer than yesterday, let's keep that promise. Making sure that we're breathing. for 20 seconds. What do you want this exercise to look like for today? What do you have left in you that you can put in here for 10 seconds? What do you want that to look like? Let's take that kind of action for 3, 2, 1. You're done. Great job. Thank you for practicing OMAT today.